and welcome back to A Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I am Jeff, and today we're doing the second and final installment of building Soundwave. This is set number 10358, 1,505 pieces. We did do part one the other day. I think it was Monday. And, well, he's half baked, half done. Missing a head, missing legs. But other than that, he looks like he's pretty well done. We do have Laserbeak here. And we do have, is it Frenzy? No, it's not Frenzy. It's the Jaguar. Anyway, by the way, good news. A friend of mine collects Lego like I do, and I saw him yesterday. In fact, he was the one that gave me the ride to the hospital for my procedure. And the cool thing is that my friend had the two pieces that Lego shorted me, and I traded him for a couple other pieces. So he got what he wanted, I got what I wanted, and he is now complete. So I'm not even going to contact Lego because I don't want to wait. So, all right, we're on bag number 7. I'm going to switch cameras so we can get to that. I hope that you guys are having a great day. And there we go. Okay, I'm sorry, I did. Okay. All right, so we got the sound proper now. All right, well, let's start off with bag number 7 and get this done. I am sorry that I'm a few minutes late to the stream. I was trying to take care of some very important things. So yesterday was a little bit interesting. On my way home from the hospital, I got pulled over, and I got pulled over because I had my phone in my hand. And Utah has a very strict law about having your phone in your hand while you're driving. The reason I had it in my hand is because my sync is broken. And sync is a program that Ford uses to, line up your phone with your truck or your car, so you don't have to. You can go hands-free completely. But my sync broke. It would not connect to my phone anymore. I tried erasing my phone, and I tried to reconnect it. It just wasn't working, and I didn't have time to look into it, so I left that way yesterday. And I got pulled over. I was given what's called a fix-it ticket, where they say, "Hey, you have 30 days." Because I explained to the cop, I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm not trying to break the law. I realize I am, but I can't hear anything, and I have an hour and almost a 2-hour drive home. I can't just not, 4 kids not be on the phone kind of thing." And I was respectful about it, and the cop was respectful, and he just said, "Okay, well, here you go. You got 30 days to fix it. Come back, and I can go to any DMV office and just have them look at it, and they'll squash the ticket." So anyway, that meant I had a sense of urgency to get it done. So I went ahead and just looked. Well, first I tried, like I said, disconnecting my phone and all that. Didn't work. So I went online, and there was this nice British fellow who had a Ford Econoline van, newer one. And he was like, "Yeah, if your sync's not working, try this." And he said, disconnect the fuse that controls sync. Well, my truck has 120 fuses. So I had to look around and find it. And I did find it. I disconnected it. There's a reset thing you can do by holding a couple buttons on the radio. I did that. And after I did those 2 things, I was able to connect my phone back to my truck. And sync is working completely. So I am very happy. It doesn't affect it at all, John, because a fix-it ticket is something that if you get it done within the 30 days, it's like it never happened. They just squash the ticket. It doesn't even show up on your driving record. So there'll be no consequences in that direction. And I wasn't giving a moving violation either. So, and I mean, had he given me a moving violation, yeah, I would probably have serious consequences there as far as insurance rates, but no, he was cool about it. So I appreciate it, because you don't always have a person who's willing to work with you, especially when it comes to cops. And I'm not trying to bash cops. I've got cops in my family people in my family that are cops. So, getting pulled over and getting a fix-it ticket's not really to me, it's not even, doesn't even really register on the list of bad things. It's just one of those, okay, I'll take care of it. And I did. My sink is working. So, and like I said, not talking about the kitchen sink. I'm talking about the sink, the program that connects your car to your phone. And that's why I was late. I kind of lost track of time. And then I was like, oh, crap, it's time to get on here. So anyway, Porter, how you doing? How's your day? And I just keep mine in my pocket. If I use it for navigation, it just fits right in the opening for the change dungeon. I have satellite radio and flash drives. Okay. All right. Well, with 4 kids, my phone does go off a lot. So, oh, and that's the other thing. Why I was gone yesterday, I had the stomach scope done, and the doctor said, good news, everything looked normal. Just for giggles, they do take a few biopsies, and they took 4. And that's just to double check, because even though everything looked fine, there is a slight chance there might be something. But my doctor told me that is less than 1%. If it looks healthy, it usually is healthy. So there was no signs of any cancerous cells, precancerous cells like there has been in the past. So my stomach, I can't say it makes me sick to my stomach, because it no longer does. No, I'm kidding. It never did. I just had, I've had acid reflux for years, and it wasn't really controlled for a while. And anyway, I ended up with precancerous cells in my stomach at some point. And we've been getting checked every couple of years. And the last checkup was clear, and this one was clear too. So he says that if the biopsy, if it comes back normal, that we are not going to worry about this problem anymore, and I won't need a scan for 10 years. So I am happy about that. Oh, awesome. You're a plumber. Awesome. Actually, I'll tell you a funny story about that. Wait. Let's see. Annoyingly, Google Mac ignores the don't play audio over Bluetooth settings, so unless Bluetooth's turned on. Yes, mine does the same thing. And yeah, I do understand that frustration, because it's like I'm listening to something I really want to hear, and then it'll be like in 2 miles, and it's like, I don't care, shut up. So yeah, I hate it too. All right, let's see what we got here. John says, it's official. I'm up to bag 5 of the International Space Station. How can I have pieces left over from bag 4? I know I didn't miss any steps. I double checked and reassembled some of it. John, sometimes they just do that. And then sometimes they just short you, like they did with this Ravage. That's his name, the Jaguar. But like I said, good thing my friend Brent was the one that was driving me to the hospital, and Brent's a fellow Lego collector. And I had pieces that he needed, so I brought over 5 pieces and 5 slopes, and he gave me the 2 pieces that I needed that were missing. So now I have him complete. So grateful for good friends. Let's see. Makes me think I messed up. No. Hoarder says I'm terrible with tech and sinks, but as far as the other kind of sink goes, I'm a plumber. So if you have any plumbing advice, let me know. Well, I have a house that was started by the previous owner, not finished. I know I mentioned that before. And we had a problem underneath the kitchen sink. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Well, 4 pieces needed to be replaced. Basically, the drain needed to be replaced, the underside. And I was out of a job, and I was just starting my new job. And so I called the plumber, and I asked him how much, and he was like, First of all, I don't see how this works. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, I see now. Okay. So I called him up to get some help, and he replaced it. And I said, hey, please go easy on me, man. I said, I'm out of work. And he says, oh, really? How long you been out of work? And this guy's done work for me before, by the way. Then I told him, and I told him what happened. And he says, well, do you have any job prospects? And I says, yeah. I said, I do, but to be completely honest, I don't start for a few weeks. And he's like, well, where are you starting at? And I said, well, if I tell you, you're going to charge me double. And he goes, well, where are you working at? And I said, I'll be working at the IRS. He goes, oh, no, that's triple. By the way, he did fix all that for I think he charged me $80, which I know is really cheap. So this guy's he lives in town, and he's a good guy, man. So anyway, he fixed up my sink for $80. So no complaints there. And let's see. Lego is good at leaving pieces out and including extra. Yes, they are. Thank you. I have a faucet that needs a spray replacement, but it seems like too many steps, too many bags, John says. Oh, I read. Okay, yeah. No, I don't get audio from Google Maps unless I change my stereo to Bluetooth exclusive channel. Okay. Oh, that's actually... I've actually replaced one of those. Mine was just a little bit of plumber's tape and a new hose. Because the sprayer thing, mine came with a hose. So I just had to disconnect, reconnect. But I'll let Hoarder speak to that. He's the expert. I did get some Lego sets while I was out yesterday. I know, big surprise, right? I got some of the One Piece, from the sets from One Piece, because it has this beach hut thing that you'd see in exotic locations. And I bought 2 of them, and those are going to go in the water just off the beach. So anyway, I did not tell it. I tell it not to play over Bluetooth, so it's supposed to use the phone speakers, but instead it does nothing. Yeah. Isn't that frustrating? We have all this tech. It's supposed to help us out, but most of the time, I'll be honest, I just get frustrated with tech because I'm like, I thought you're supposed to help me out here. And did you see this? I did not, John. I was exhausted when I got home yesterday, and it's a good thing my friend Brent is he's a really good friend of mine, and I'm grateful for him because I was on anesthesia because they do put you under. So I went to his house, and he has a guest bedroom, and I just lay down and fell asleep, man, and no one bothered me. They let me sleep for as long as I needed to, and I woke up several hours later, and when I did, I wasn't feeling the slightest bit groggy. So I just went home. But I didn't get home until really late. And, okay, wait a minute. Oh, I see how it goes. All right, Lego. Here it is. John, replacement parts are hit or miss. I would say replace the faucet. But if you want to fix one you have, it's a lot more steps. Yes, I saw the Black Pearl online, and it does look really good. I think they said September the 12th is when it's being released. And I don't know if I can get it. Money's real tight, but I'm really hoping that by some miracle, enough Bricklink money comes in that I could do it. And if it does, I will have it, and we will build it on this channel. So, John says, I'm debating my next purchase. Project NASA or Kobe Lunar Rover looks very cool, or the Iowa Battleship. I don't know how Kobe does. Is Kobe like Lego where the sets are only out for a very limited time sometimes. I guess I would try to get the one that's gonna, the one that you feel is going to end up winking out of existence here, retiring, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That's what I would go with. I was actually hoping I'd be up to go into the Lego store yesterday, but I wasn't. We went to Walmart instead. Hot on the left, cold on the right, and oh, yeah, that's true. It does. So, oh, I got another order. I just talked about getting a Lego order, and here we are. Awesome. I love when that happens. It's actually pretty dang cool. And the person, I won't use their real name, but this person that just ordered from me just now, she has ordered from me over 180 times. She is my top customer. So whenever she orders, I don't care what I'm doing. I make sure it gets out the same day because I will admit I want her to come back and keep coming back because she likes to spend a lot of money on Lego. I have no idea what she does with the Lego. I reached out to her once and asked her, hey, what you building? And I didn't hear anything. So I was like, I'm not going to press my luck. If she don't want to talk, she don't want to talk. I'll send you the summary. I forgot about my procedure. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, John. I actually I felt no pain whatsoever, except for the IV. And that's because they always have trouble finding it. And it took frickin' 5 tries for them to finally stick me right. What they ended up doing was calling an imaging nurse. And they called her, and they're like, can you bring that machine in? So she brings in that ultrasound, found the nerve right then and there. And she got, not nerve, vein. I hope they're not poking nerves. That would hurt. Really hurt. But anyway, yeah, she found it right first try. The other ones, well, they were poking around and it was hurting. But anyway, no big deal. It's done now. I do have a few bruising. Oh, you can't see that. You still can't see that. Well, anyway, there's a bruise right here from where they tried. I'm like trying to show you, and it's like every single one's the wrong angle. Anyway, it was a good day, and the drive home was beautiful. I did stop by my sister's after leaving Brent's house, and you guys might know I've talked about her a couple times, but I usually talk about my sister's other dog, Gertie. Well, she has another dog, Lila, who she's a nice dog. I like her, and she likes me. So anyway, we get along just fine. Not babysat or dog sat, whatever you want to call it, many times. And sad news is Lila's had a lump on her belly for a while, and my sister had it looked at it yesterday, and they're saying it's actual breast cancer for the dog. And they did an X-ray, and there's some smaller tumors they didn't know about. And unfortunately, they're saying that they don't think she's going to make it much longer. So Enzo kind of knows her because, well, whenever I do Lego shows, that's who usually watches my dog is my sister, and him and Lila hang out a lot. In fact, Lila's had pups with Enzo, so I guess he really does know her in the biblical sense. Anyway, I hate hearing about dogs and those kind of problems. Tech supplies is by the lowest bidder, and you get what you pay for. Yeah, the supply by okay. Can I just replace the spray? Sometimes you can. My sprayer is jacked up, so I might look into getting a far more expensive one so it won't seize up and get stuck on so much. No, this is one that's been out for years. The Lego one is one I'll start with. Then the SL. Okay. All right. Do I like Archie Bunker? Of course I do. Archie Bunker was funny. At least some of the stuff. I can't claim that about everything, but I mean, no, I enjoyed it. Why? What's up? Did he die? I think he's been dead for a while, hasn't he? I don't know. I don't keep up with these things. However, what about Archie Bunker? All right. Lego retirement schedules aren't hidden, so they're easy to avoid the FOMO demon. Do you think I should just suck it up and buy it from Lego Store or Amazon? Well, John, if you have it depends. If you have the Amazon credit card, they give you a 5% rebate. So, and sometimes their prices are slightly lower than Lego, but not usually. Usually I find them pretty much on par with Lego. And if you get it from Lego.com and you have an insider's account, they give you points, which is equivalent to 5% off. So it's kind of a wash, unless you could find on Amazon, even for a couple bucks cheaper. So that would be my advice, is what, in the end, which price is really going to be lower after you apply the points and rebates. John says today's dentist appointment will be as much as a freaking SLS or a damn Kobe. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. You having a crown done or something? And not, I mean, you don't want to answer. That's fine. I'm not trying to pry into your business. That's the only thing I could think of that would be, you know. Oh, shoot. Missed the piece. John, if parts are available, then yes. Normally, Home Depot or Lowe's will have replacement parts all in one spot. Yeah, they have a pretty good selection usually. I can second that. John says, yeah, it's only about $10, so I want to start building up points. Okay. Okay, so nice Lego, thanks. I'm already missing a part, guys. Nice. Man, this has been one of the worst sets for missing parts, man. I'm missing a 1x4 tile. It's not on here. Yeah, it's not like I used it in the wrong place. You gotta love that crap. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to just. I do have that tile out in my shop, so it really isn't that the end of the world or anything. I'm just not gonna get up and get it right now. Yeah. The banter between him and Meathead is legendary. Yeah. Oh, I missed a few comments. Sorry. No, just my normal cleaning, and I get most of it back. They want the layout. Amazon is great for sales that hit. I'll never buy Akro-Mils again unless it's a sale. I can't believe I was spending. Yes. Akro-Mils is so freaking expensive. Unfortunately, that's the majority of what I have is Akro-Mils. They are great cabinets. They're just not $50, $60 great. I've even seen them during the pandemic we had. They were even $80 at one point. And so they're not that good. Okay, let's see. So if we have it this way, yeah, I'm missing this tile right here. So I will just have to make do for right now. Oh, come on. It does not want to go in, guys. Oh, there it goes. All right, so, oh shoot, that's crazy. Okay. That's not sitting right. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, so it has a little bit of a thing that moves. All right. I'm learning this as you guys are seeing it. I didn't peek ahead or anything. I don't know a heck of a whole lot about this. Okay. Okay, so he's got a leg. And wow, that was a huge leg. And I didn't even put that on there. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. All right, so he's his name is Eileen for right now. Let's go ahead and build the other leg so he's not. Let's do this. The water here is terrible here in Florida and destroys the innards of toilet bowls and faucets. Is it hard water? Because we have hard water here. In fact, I had to replace my water softener after I moved in. It was kind of on the expensive side, but I convinced the plumber. The plumber that I use, the same one that did the sink, he doesn't like people buying their parts and him using it because he warranties his work. But I told him, I said, look, I'm like, hey, when it comes to the water softener, they're expensive, especially the one I wanted. And I was like, I can get a military discount on it. And so I'd really like to buy it and have you install it. And he was like, well, as long as you don't open the boxes and they're still intact when I come over, he says, I'll still warranty the install. So I ordered it. It came, and it sat here for a couple of days till he was able to come over. And he installed a brand new water softener probably, I want to say, close to 2 years ago now. And I've been very happy with it. And I don't know if you're having the same problem or not. Let's see here. Oh, wrong one. And as far as my other International Space Station finished, F-117 new, and then the shuttle. Okay, let's put the wrong piece. I put a plate when it needed a tile. All right, let's see. Rex. Best thing about Soundwave is that at least he's not made of obscure colors. That is correct. He is not. So it is easy to get replacement parts out of my own collection. In fact, at one time in my store, the 1x4, 1x6, and 1x8 dark bluish gray tiles, I had over 1,000 each in my store. And I think I'm out of, I can't remember, I'm out of one of them completely. But anyway, I got enough in my personal collection. I just go borrow from it for a minute. Okay, let's see. Next Porthos video is up. I shared Facebook and X. Oh, okay, you did not do you didn't do YouTube. Okay. Well, I'll see if I could find it on there. Toilet flappers have to be the most commonly changed out part in the plumbing field. Yeah, I've redone the innards of my toilets a few times over the years. I actually think toilet flappers are really easy. And how about you, Hoarder? Is that something that you kind of look forward to when someone's like, "Hey, my toilet's not working," and you look at it and you're like, "Oh, I'll be out of here in 5 minutes. By the way, that's $200. Thank you." No, I'm not sure what you charge. I'm just joking. I don't know if it's 200 or not. Hopefully we're not short the tile on this side. If we are, then I know I did something wrong. I like his cassette tapes. Yeah, the tapes are awesome. I do wish they could have made Rumble, but I understand with Rumble being round, the little his arms that pound the ground. I understand it would have been almost impossible to make. So I'm not like really upset with them for not doing it. I mean, they couldn't go flat into a cassette. So and Rex says almost every modular set I've bought has been missing multiple pieces. The Parisian restaurant was a gaping hole. Oh yeah. Oh dang. Hey Cajun, how's it going? General Kenobi. You can get the same type of thing with a different brand for half the cost. Akro-Mils is a great brand name. Oh, what other brand names cabinets are there out there? Because I might be interested. I've got, like I said, I've got quite a few Akro-Mils cabinets, but I mean, they are expensive. A little too expensive. How does one make water hard? Asking for a friend. I think you start off with a porno picture. I'm not really sure. I just kind of heard from another friend that's how you do it. Yeah. And I have been working on the city, by the way, quite a bit actually. And I'm actually going to start this coming Wednesday's video today. After this, I'm headed outside. Well, I'm going to go to the post office first and drop off my orders. But I had a couple of Bricklink orders come in yesterday. So I'll get those done, head to the post office, and then I will head to the post office, and then I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. And then I'm going to start working on the city. I've got so many things to do with the city. Just need to get going on it. Oh, that's nice. I did it wrong. Let's turn it around. I do sincerely hope they do more Transformers. And I know we've already talked about this, so I don't want to rehash it, but I hope they drop their stupid policy about not doing war stuff, because Megatron would be awesome. As well as Starscream. Okay. Is anybody here planning on getting the Black Pearl? Feels good outside. What's it like out there? Right now we're sitting at 66. But I'll tell you what, this loft is still burning hot. All the heat rises up here. All of it. Okay, so what did we do here? All right, there. That's what we did. Okay, now we need to put this here. Okay. Mix it with minerals and you have chemical interactions with plumbing. Yeah, and then you're sticking that in your body. It's great. What I charge depends on my mood and how they treat me while I'm there. That's funny. I mean, hey, you know, I get it. I mean, same goes for police officers. That's why I'm nice to them. Because my father-in-law is a cop, and he's told me before that if somebody fails the attitude test, he's going to give them a harder time. So that's why I'm always polite, because I figured, I mean, some cops don't act like they're human, but they're human. And a lot of them understand, like what I said. I mean, technically, yes, I was breaking the law yesterday, having my phone in my hand, but I wasn't like obnoxious about it, and I apologized, and the cop was like, okay, just get it fixed. And so no ticket. So I'm grateful for that. Same with the plumber. The other guy, I joked with them and ended up only charging me $80. So get a lot more bees with honey than you do vinegar, they say. I'm sure people will mock up all of the tape bots. Buzzsaw will be easy. Yeah, wasn't Buzzsaw the same as Laserbeak? Pretty much just different color, if I remember right. I really don't remember though. But I think Buzzsaw, he was the original in the cartoon, and then Laserbeak, just for some reason, started getting used more, and he was more popular. All right. I have no idea what the brand names are. I just know there's a few different ones because you see them when you look. Oh, okay. I got some dark blue Chinese containers for $25 a year. $25 a year each 4 years ago. But they raised it to 30, then 35, now 40. I gotta love that. Nope, I was gonna buy the Black Pearl, but since it's way overpriced, what you're getting, hell no. Okay. So what I did not see the price. What is the price supposed to be on? Oh, it's $400. Okay, all right. Well, I'm not sure I can get it then at all. That's going to be just. I can tell you right now, that's going to be too much. And it's kind of hard for me to justify buying the Black Pearl when I already have the original one. So that would be difficult for me to justify. Well, we just got to another bag. We're on bag 10 out of 12. So we're getting there. While I was once a big Transformer fan, Hasbro killed my interest to the point where I don't even want Lego Prime and Soundwave. I'm sorry to hear that. It's 2,800 parts, only 7. Oh, that is awful odds. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy it then. Not only that, if I was going to spend $400 or $380, it would be so much better spent on my city. And that's what I'm up against. I just, it's not that I don't like some of the Lego sets. It's just for what I'm getting compared to what I would get for in my city. I mean, I just did a $300 order. Well, it was $325 a couple weeks ago for Lego, and I got so many pieces. I got like 1,000 4x4 light bluish gray plates for my Mills plating. I got like 500 arches for my both the top and the bottom, 500 each. The arches, the bottom one and the top, the regular one. So if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I think I'd rather just go with something that I know will benefit my city and further me on my goal, because I'm serious about building the largest city in the world, because it currently stands at only 760 square foot, and my shop's 2,400 square foot. So, I mean, if I really wanted to do this, unless somebody gets a bigger warehouse than I have got and they do it for me, I think I got a pretty good chance of getting that world's record, and I'd like to have that world's record. So, every time I buy a $400 set that doesn't have anything to do with my city, I just feel like I'm setting myself back and making it harder on myself to reach my goal. Oh, okay. He's never in the show. Okay. Came with Soundwave and toy form. Okay. All right. Was he in the comics? Because I do remember him. And I did collect the comics, but oh boy. After Transformers came out, I think it was 2007. The first one was Shia LaBeouf. Well, I didn't know how popular, and I didn't know they were going to do a bunch of movies, so I sold all my comic books online, and actually made some decent money. have the toys from that movie. Now they came out. I started buying them. Yeah, I checked that out yesterday at Walmart, the Transformers, and I'm not trying to be critical of them, but I will say it does seem like they're kind of confused because now I've seen Transformers all different sizes. Even some of them are different. Like I saw a Cybertron Bumblebee that more looked like a futuristic taxi cab than it did Bumblebee. I don't know. It's all over the place. And also, I kind of, well, I'm not trying to be too critical, but I don't like how Transformers, the movie, the storyline does not line up with the cartoon. Because, you know, the cartoon, they had a shuttle, it crash landed, and, you know, the volcano set off, and when it did that, it reactivated the computer to the shuttle, and then, you know, led to their beginnings. But in the movie, that's not what happened. In the movie, they were looking for the Allspark, and they just came to Earth in those little pods. And so, kind of really different kind of a story, really. It's peanut butter jelly time. The more recent comics were alright until ideologues started injecting current day politics in the story about sapient robots from another planet. And the Skybound TF comic is alright, but it has some needless cruelty in it. Man, that is crazy. I do not care for adding politics into anything, to be honest with you guys. It's not that I don't follow it. Sure, I follow politics. And I do tend to be more conservative than I am liberal, but the thing is, I know that just about everywhere you go on the internet, everything's been politicized. And so I try to keep politics completely out of my stuff because I don't want to talk about politics all the time myself. I just want to enjoy a toy, and I know this is just a toy, but it's a creation toy that's really awesome. I just want to enjoy it, and I know a lot of other people do. Don't get me wrong, I have my opinions, and got them pretty strongly, but I just try to keep them completely out, and that's for everyone's benefit, I think. But if we weren't on here, I'd be happy to talk politics with anybody. Okay, now we've got that fun part. It wasn't fun on the other side. Oh, it almost went in first try. Shoot. Oh, it bent. That's why. No, don't bend. I will say something funny. I'm not going to use my friend's name, but I've got a childhood friend that I've known ever since we were toddlers, and he recently, his his ex-wife is a real estate agent, and she decided that she liked the real estate agent that she worked with so much that they cheated together, and they were both married. And they both divorced, and they both married each other. And would you really be surprised to learn that that marriage is no longer because he cheated on her, the new wife, my friend's ex-wife. So gotta love that crap. Why do I bring that up? I don't know, because it came to my mind. That's why. All right. Huh? What? Wait. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. So, yeah. I'm trying to just make this work, guys. Sorry. Vector Sigma is the master computer intelligence on Cybertron. Why care for politicians when they don't care for you? Well, I actually have a joke. It does have a swear word, but I'm going to do it anyway. And the joke is, do you know what the difference between a politician and a prostitute? Well, the answer is a prostitute will quit fucking you when you run out of money. So anyway, that's my one political joke for the day. Unless I text you on a personal level, then I got more. But and they think it's funny, or be Starscream and steal them from prison and slot them in some old World War II equipment. I like World War II equipment. What was it? Was it the P-41 Lightning? I might have the wrong number. The Lockheed Lightning double fuselage fighter was a nightmare that Japan hated fighting that thing. Anyway, I like World War II. Generation 1 of the original Transformers from the animated series from the 80s. And that's exactly, agree with that, Yeti. That was the one that I got in trouble for. Because it started at 4:30. They were half an hour long. And I had to be home at 5, my mom's rule. And you got to remember, my mom's deaf. So I couldn't call my mom and say, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late. We just had to be on time. If we weren't, my mom was quick with that belt. Let me tell you something. Anyway, not trying to dog on my mom. I understand it was a different time than today. And actually, I don't think times should have changed on that. I think you should be allowed to hit a kid with a belt if they need it. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Transformers started at 4:30 and it ended at 4:57, 4:56, depending on commercials. And I used to have to run to get home in time. And sometimes I made it. Sometimes I didn't. And a lot of times I got in trouble for being late, but it was worth it. I really like Transformers Generation 1. And I remember my friend had the toy Metroplex, the big, giant transforming city. And he was pretty cool. What was the other one? I don't think it was Metroplex. He had that rocket, and he had that little train track thing that went around, kind of like the space monorail almost. I don't remember his name. Military and domestic robots built by Quintessa. Yes, I remember those guys. They were something else. Guilty or innocent. And they would say innocent, and they'd still execute him. Yes, I remember that. Okay. Next, we got to do the old clicky click here. There we go. Divorce rates increase with the number of partners. Yes, I have definitely heard that. And I'm not going to use any of their names, but I do have 4 sisters. And no, that's not a joke about Rosie Hall and her 5 sisters. That's just real life. I've got 4 sisters. And I can tell you that I have one sister that was extremely wild, if you know what I mean, in her younger days. And she tried to fake like she didn't because my parents were church-going people, but we all knew what was going on. And she's been divorced a couple times, and she can't keep anybody down. And then I got 2 other sisters that, did the Christian thing and still had their V card when they got married. And both of them, one's been married for 30 years to the same guy, and first marriage and only marriage. And my other sister's been married for 17 years. She's a bit younger, that's why. So yeah, I know that. I've heard that, and I've actually seen it in real life. So it's just the way it goes, man. They say they can't pair bond very well. The more partners they've had. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that right. Let's fix that. Your mom probably knew what was going on. It was a game to her, just watching you sweat it running down the street. She probably did. My mom used to play jokes on us. And I think I've told you about this one, but just in case I haven't or you haven't heard it, on the day of my senior prom, I was taking out Susan. And boy, I like Susan. And I wanted to impress her. I got in my tux. I went out to my car, and my car wouldn't start. Engine would crank, but it just wouldn't catch. And I had no idea why. And I was out there for a while trying to figure it out. And I popped the hood. I'm trying to figure it out. My mom comes out, and I'm looking at her like, "What the hell are you doing here? You don't know nothing about this. How to fix it." And that's what I was thinking. Well, my mom, I noticed after a little bit, she had her hand behind her back, and she pulls out a wire. She had pulled the wire from my distributor cap to my coil, so my car wouldn't start on my senior prom day. She gave it back to me, and I put it on, and it started, but she was laughing at me. So, all right, we still got to do a head here, and I think his big old blaster we got to do. Yeah, my mom was a jokester, and we joked with her back. So she, it was fun growing up with my mom. And my mom's really cool. She texts me not every day, but almost. And we chat and stuff, and she's doing all right. Anyway, in fact, I want to get a big old tattoo that says "I love my mom." No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't have any tattoos. Just never was interested. Not against other people having them. If you have them, great. Let's see. Sorry, just trying to concentrate here because I know I mess this up whenever I talk too much. I blame social media for the divorce rate because it makes it easy backstabbing. Yes, it does. And, that is one thing I will say. I've got my youngest sister, the one that's been married for 17 years. Not that I judge my sister, but I know she's a good looking gal. And she's got some pictures of her at the beach, that kind of stuff when she was younger. And I'm just really, grateful that she treats her husband right, because as soon as they got married, she dropped everything but Facebook. And her Facebook has no attention-seeking pictures or anything on there. And just made me feel good that there are some women out there that will do that. All right, so we got this little back cover. There we go. So we just put this on there. And I imagine that's where you slide his head in there. So hopefully we're making, well, I was going to say making his head next, but that just sounds wrong. But I said it anyway. Decepticon was the Decepticon city. Omega Supreme was a base with a tank and a rocket. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of, Omega Supreme. Thank you. I don't always remember things the way I should. I think it's old age. No, I'm just kidding. I know, Rex, you've told me I'm not that old. I'm just joking around. Yeah. In fact, yesterday I got one of the nurses to cut up laughing pretty good. She goes, "Do you go by Jeff or Jeffrey?" And I said, "Well, there's only 2 instances I get called Jeffrey." And I said, "That's when my wife or my mom is mad at me." I said, "Other than that," I said, "I go by Jeff." And she just started laughing. She goes, "Fair enough." She was kind of cute. Well, she wasn't kind of cute. She was cute. She was a little redhead. And if y'all know me, I got a thing for redheads. So, having a cute little redhead nurse. And I also made her laugh because right before they put me under, the nurse, one of the people that came in was a Rust. Last name was Rust, and she was a redhead. And she goes, "Oh, you didn't think you were gonna be so lucky today, did you?" And I joked with her and I said, "Well, I've always heard this is the easiest way to meet cute nurses." So anyway, yours truly was being kind of goofy yesterday. Of course, I'm gonna blame it on anesthesia, even though I wasn't on it yet. Okay, so we've got this here. I will admit, this does look a lot like Soundwave's head. They did a really good job building Soundwave. Yeah, that definitely does look like a cartoon. Fortress Maximus was the big, cheaply designed super fortress that came out after the movie when Hasbro and friends were getting sloppy. I'm 42. I'm not worried about a woman anymore. I have kids, and every woman I encounter just seems to ruin my life anymore. I am sorry to hear that. When it comes to dating, I just hope I never find myself back on the dating market. I wouldn't even know what to do. I hear so many different things on the internet. I hear women saying, "How come guys don't approach us anymore?" And the next one says, "Don't you dare approach me when I'm at the gym or the grocery store or the gas station. It's creepy." And it's like, okay, so which one is it? Is it creepy or do you want men to approach you? There we go. There we go. We've got his head on here. Apparently, Brixie is expanding his Italian Riviera set, but he isn't doing it correctly. See what I mean? You never announce that shit because somebody else does it. Excuse my language. I'm going to do mine on a hillside, or cliffside, just like the original. I do like Brixie stuff, and I'm not saying anything bad about him. I do watch his channel, and I saw the channel, saw his video a few weeks back where he talked about the size of his city, and I thought it was pretty cool. Stop saying it. Okay, I'll stop saying it. If something happened to me, happens to me, I'm staying single. Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. I maybe I'll hang out with different women and stuff. Maybe like date a little bit, but as far as having a serious relationship, I don't think I'd be interested. All right. So we have his little, I don't know what this is, gun. It's all Yeti's fault. Well, if it is Yeti's fault, I'll forgive him. Yeti already forgiven. I don't know what for, but don't worry about it. It never was a problem to begin with. No, we'll tell Yeti the truth. It's all your fault. Tell the truth. It's all your fault. Okay. It's all good, guys. Hello, Spencer. We've got about 20 pieces left, and then we are done here. So we don't have that much left to go. Oh, that's weird. So they've got the axle holder in the middle. I don't think I've seen this piece before. Soundwave's weapons without chrome attachments to his blast rifle are made to look like batteries and are stored in a compartment in his back between the arms. Okay. I forgot about that. Oh, this way. Okay. I will zoom out the camera here when I'm done. I will save the transforming for the actual review, which reminds me tomorrow's live stream. What is it? Let me look real quick. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Arctic. It's set number 60471, which is the Arctic Explorer Science Lab truck. We're gonna start that. I don't think we'll get it done in one setting, but we will surely try. And if we're not able to, no fear. We'll just get it done the next day. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. Today's Wednesday, probably no new parts on the pick brick wall tonight, but I'm gonna check it out either way. Yeah, I certainly understand that. They did give us these pieces here. Oh wait, can't see them. So his eyes could be yellow, like they changed in the cartoon. Let me go ahead and zoom out so we can see the whole thing. So here is Soundwave, and we've got Laserbeak over here, Ravage here, and as a micro recorder, micro thing here. And good news is I had time for some other stuff. So I was able to build Optimus Prime, which I'm glad to see they're about the same size because they were in the cartoon as well. And then we've got Bumblebee here in car format. So I will be doing a video on this very shortly. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much, guys. Hit that like button if you would, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on tomorrow's live stream. Like I said, we'll be starting the Arctic Explorer Science Lab truck. All right, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you on the next one.